Hello everyone, it's Maria Solitary Witch Tracks here. I hope everyone is having a blessed day and a blessed week, and that you guys are overall enjoying this beautiful springtime weather here. In today's video, I would actually want to discuss the changes that are going to be involved around this new full moon here on June 9th, what exactly that entails, and what that means for us from here on forth. Alright, so as we know, the full moon is on June 9th. Don't miss out on Chris and Charlie's Tea and Tarot session that's happening. I love them. It's so amazing and being able to discuss with everyone else, so we'll plug in there. And then, sorry, my cat was like, hey, play with me. Like, no cat. But this full moon is going to be in Saggitarius, so for all you Saggies out there, this one is for you. I mean, it's for everyone, but this will affect you even more so. This full moon is going to be about a lot of subtle change. So not as dramatic as some of the other past moons have been, but this moon is going to be about subtle transformation, change, as well as healing, which we all need, I think. And so a lot of these changes and transformations are actually going to be involved around financial happiness and relationship emotional happiness. So for those who between our last new moon up to this full moon have been experiencing growing pains in either your finances or in your relationships, this full moon in Sagittarius can actually help you if you can ride the tide of the emotions that are going to come with it. Now, with this subtle transformation in finances and relationships, a lot of emotions are going to start coming up and bubbling out and being tied around these two aspects in our lives. I know personally my emotional or my relationships have been okay. It's mainly for me it's been finances, and so I had a hard hit and so that kind of happens. Unfortunately, it's a part of life, but it makes sense that it is in conjunction what's going on between the transition of our last new moon and our current full moon that's going to happen in a couple of days. Now, there can be bad emotions tied up with this, or any emotions when you come to face your problems, face your fears, your doubts when it comes to your finances or relationships. Something pops up, stresses you out, it is going to build those emotions, and that is going to be triggered by this full moon that's happening in a couple of days. Now, you can actually use this time, this emotional time, for healing and transformation, and it can actually be very beneficial. Now, if you respond with ego, so if these triggers happen, if something happens to build these emotions, and your response to them is fueled by ego, filled with ego, it's not necessarily going to be a good thing for you. You might not get that benefits of the full moon in regards to the healing and the change. It might just keep you stuck in a rut and keep you down that downward spiral because it is ego filled and ego driven. Now, if you are able to appreciate the emotions for what they are, know that they are there, but that they are not permanent, it is just in this moment, you can actually utilize those energies and make them beneficial for yourself. So, but if you get in a fight about relationships or your finances, or you feel like you're going to, know that you're allowed to feel those emotions, whatever is bubbling up, whether it's anger, hurt, whatever it could be. Know that you yourself are allowed to feel those emotions. That is completely fine. Things happen. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to cry and be emotional. But, don't take that on others. And don't really get over-involved and overindulged in those emotions. They can be, what I mean by an ego-driven response is, not only making it just about yourself, because other people are going through this time right now, but also not seeing the time for what it is, not seeing the emotions for what exactly they are. Because a lot of new moons and full moons have to do with purging and growing. So in order to receive the healing transformational energies, you need to purge those bad feelings, those bad emotions that you're allowed to feel, but then let them go. And then you make room in for the new stuff. It's kind of like saging. when I clean a new space, which I have here, it's not done, but we'll go over this in a bit. But when you get a new space, I like to personally, don't chew on my book, excuse you. Sorry, cat's chewing on my book. Has my notes and all my witchy things. But, oh gosh, what was I saying? But yes, when you're saging a room, I either use my sage or my Palo Santo, and I go around, I cleanse any energies that don't want tied up to it. So I cleanse previous energies, I cleanse everything else and let that go. Then I go around with another herb, whether it could be sweetgrass, rosemary, lavender, something else to fill that empty void, because you just cleared a room of energy, so you got to fill it too. In the same way as going for this full moon, you need to purge and cleanse of those energies that are weighing you down, holding you back, and giving you fear, and then make room for the good stuff that's coming. And so when this change does happen, it's not necessarily going to be dramatic like that. The emotions might be, but the change is going to be upwards, and it'll look stairwell movement, moving upwards slowly but surely in a positive and healthy change. So pretty much during what I'm going to do during this full moon ritual, hopefully watch Chris and Charlie's Tea and Tarot, and then I am also going to be doing my own ritual, and pretty much I'm going to have my ritual bath, cleanse myself, and then fumigate myself with herbs to help me with this transformation and help create positive change. And during this new full moon, it's also going to be a good time for manifestation. But that is my advice for this full moon on June 9th. There's so many things you can do this time. Do what feels good for you. Listen to your heart. Do what you need to do. But remember, don't let yourself be driven by ego. Just let it go and let yourself heal. I thank you guys so much for watching and still commenting my videos. I'm going to try to make more as I go along, especially now I have this new space going on, and hopefully you'll give me some more inspiration to create my magic. But once I get everything done here, once I get my altar set up and my desk set up, I'll give you guys a tour. But again, thank you so much for watching. Blessed be.